Looks like we got a rainy day today. This is so weird. I got up at 7:30 a.m. instead of 5:30 a.m. because I used 2 hours of protected pay time off because it took me so long to edit last night. And I finally got the video done and went to sleep and still only got like 5 to 6 hours of sleep. But since it is a different time frame, I feel so much more awake. Isn't that interesting? I couldn't find my AirPods this morning, so I'm really hoping they're somewhere here at work. I'm on my first break, no luck with the AirPods, so I'm hoping they're in my middle console. They weren't in there, but that's okay. Every time something happens that isn't in your favor, there's always a positive. So I was just trying to figure out the positives in me not having my AirPods. And one is it gives me more time to focus on my thoughts. I'm not constantly stimulating my mind, and that is something that is definitely beneficial. One thing that I wrote in my journal yesterday is I think one of our most incredible blessings is our complete and total freedom. Now, what do I mean by this? Every second of your life, you have the opportunity to literally do whatever you want. And you might be like, no, I have to go to work at this time. You are choosing to do that because you want to level up your income. You can invest your time into leveling up any aspect in your life. If you wanted to, you could read for a whole entire day. You could exercise for a whole entire day. You could learn how to whistle for a whole entire day. You could do countless things for a whole entire day. And you get to choose how you distribute your focus. I just think that is a fact that is severely understood, therefore severely underappreciated. And one of the biggest disappointments in all is people wasting that time when they could be investing it into themselves. Usually after I get off work, I go straight to the gym and I train for about 2 hours and get home around 4. So I have about 2 hours until the time that I would be getting home. So I'm debating on what I should do. I'm not extremely tired to where I can't do anything, but I am somewhat tired, and you don't want to be a light bulb flickering. And what I mean by that is don't just be halfway lit, be majority lit, or be resting so you're not wasting your time. Let's say your brain power is at 50%. Rather than using that 50% for the next 2 hours, spend the first hour charging it, and the second hour you spent will be more value than the whole 2 hours that you spent at half energy. With that analysis, here's my game plan. I'm gonna go to sleep for 2 hours, and then when I wake up around the time that I would be getting home, showering, and taking my dog out, I'm going to complete the rest of my routine, but I'm not gonna start with editing my video. That is normally what I do at that time, but that causes me to edit until the very last minute. And then I have to really rush the rest of my routine, and I don't want to because the input will pay out, but only depending on how much I put in, and I want to put more in. So I'm gonna complete that first and then leave the video for the last thing. So then after I complete that, I can go to sleep. The videos are getting uploaded super late anyway, so it makes sense to me. Even trying to film this, I keep not saying what I'm trying to say, and it's because I'm a light bulb halfway on. Like, I just gotta charge up. I didn't like the analogy I gave, so I asked ChatGPT to make me a better one, and it gave me a great one. It said being a light bulb halfway on is like reading in a dim lit room. It is better to read in a full lit room so you can read and appreciate every single word of text. So with that being said, I'll see you in 2 hours. The sky looks absolutely beautiful. It's 7:43, so I definitely slept longer than I thought I would, but I'm not upset about it. Like I said, I don't want to be a dim light, and the craziest thing is whenever I woke up, I saw a video of Tate saying the same exact thing. You want to do everything your best, and we're not robots, so if you're gonna relax, at least do it your best. He said relax, so I'm interchanging it with rest, but I feel so much better now, and I'm definitely gonna perform better at the rest of my routine because of it. So I have a problem. I'm cooking burgers, and before I went to sleep, I thawed them out. So they've been thawing for 5 to 6 hours now. And I feel like that's probably bad. It probably has bacteria that I can't cook off of it. And I want to eat it. It's probably one of my favorite meals, but I might have to just throw them out. This sucks, but better to be safe than sorry. Great news, I found my AirPods in my backpack. Aesop's Fables number 29, the two scythes. There are two scythes in a barn. One of them has a bad handle, so it doesn't get used. The other one does get used. The rusty one says to the one that gets used that it pities it because it gets used all the time and it has to go through pain to stay sharp. So the other one said, "Give me leave. Let me explain to you, neighbor, the difference of our conditions. I must own that I labor, but then I am well rewarded in consideration that it is for the benefit of multitudes. And this gives me all my importance. It is true also that I am renovated by a harsh whetstone, but this still increases my capability to become useful in a more powerful degree. While you remain the insignificant and helpless victim of your pride and idleness, and in the end fall a prey to a devouring rust, useless, unpitied, and unknown. And then the summary sentence is, idleness in every station in life is attended by a portion of misery. I found this a great passage, so I wanted to share it. You can be fat, sit on a couch, and not exercise, and look at the person who exercises and go, wow, you have to go through all of that pain. Must suck to be you. But in reality, it's the person on the couch that suffers the most. Now all I have left is to edit. As you can probably hear, my laptop sounds like a V8, so I think I'm just gonna edit on my phone. It's definitely the only task that I am worried about. As you saw yesterday, it was super difficult. There were so many problems, and it caused me to stay up so late last night. I don't want the same to happen again, but regardless of how long it takes, I must get the video up. It is 1:26 a.m. and I finally finished the video, and I'm not gonna lie, it's very bittersweet. Like, I am proud of myself for not settling and rushing the video, but it sucks staying up so late. It literally took me like an hour just to find the right sound design, but I did eventually, so I think I am okay with it. Every single night, I rob myself of tomorrow's energy, but tomorrow I still have to do everything regardless of how I feel. So it's a bad cycle right now, but eventually I will progress. We're staying consistent. Every single day, I'm striving for excellence. I'm trying to become better. So on a long enough time scale, I will. What matters is the days in the past, but the action is as well. And it could have been regret, and it's not. The only thing that I regret is not getting more sleep. But I did get that nap, so I don't think I'll be as tired, even though I have to wake up in 4 hours. Such a relief to finally check this off, as well as this right here. Another video invested, but I do want to have integrity and be transparent. There are 2 exceptions for today. One is train my clients. One of them I didn't have to train, but one I did have to train. Right when I woke up, I saw his text and he was asking to train 10 minutes after I woke up, and I asked him if he wanted to go ahead and train at the apartment gym so I didn't have to drive to the gym and waste even more time, or if he wanted to wait till tomorrow. And the reason I'm making it an exception is because I have a week to give him 3 sessions. So I don't count that as incomplete. If there was 3 days left of the week and I owed him 3 sessions and then I canceled, then I would. And for the shower and hygiene routine, I did my hygiene routine, but since I didn't train today, I just worked and napped. I didn't shower. And you can call me gross, I'm gonna be transparent, I don't care. I just don't feel the need to shower, I don't feel dirty. But yeah, I earned sleep now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let me just update this board. Oh, I forgot it was a rest day, so I gotta change this to an exception. I'm tired, man, I can't freaking function. What was that, level 16? What are we, level 17 now? Let's go. I should give myself like prestigious. All right, well, I earned sleep, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in 4 hours, AKA tomorrow's video. And as always, stay sedulous.